Moving to the U.S., Wisconsin's chief election official, Megan Wolf, is dismissing allegations of electoral fraud in the state. She says the claims are insulting to local election officials. Democrat Joe Biden took the pivotal state with a narrow lead after officials completed the count. However, Donald Trump is seeking a recount, which is permitted under state law when the margin is below 1%. Well, it certainly is getting tense by the minute, with lawsuits flying around as vote counting continues in battleground states. As it stands, Democrat nominee Joe Biden is edging ahead with 264 electoral votes, just 6 short of taking over the Oval Office. Let's go to the U.S. now, where we find our correspondent Rachel Silverman in California. No, it's Jagruti Dave in Washington, D.C. What's the latest now? Where are we standing as far as the numbers are concerned and the legal process?
Yeah, well, we know that the Associated Press and other news organizations have projected Michigan and Wisconsin, those key states, battleground states for Joe Biden. We are waiting on results from Arizona and Georgia and Nevada. They should be trickling in over the next few hours or so, some of them coming in overnight, some of them coming in tomorrow. We'll have a better idea of where the races stand, but probably no indication of any states for another few hours. We've had some votes coming in from Arizona, which from Maricopa County, it's one of it's where 60% of voters live. It's one of the most populous counties in Arizona, and that has gone 59% approximately for Donald Trump. It was expected to swing blue, so the race in Arizona has tightened. Joe Biden is still in the lead, but there is a pathway for Donald Trump to potentially take Arizona. We're looking at Georgia, and Joe Biden has cause to be optimistic there. We're still waiting on some key results in places like Fulton County, where Atlanta, the city of Atlanta, is. And there's an expectation that a lot of the African-American vote coming in from places like Atlanta could push it for Joe Biden, but Georgia's considered another close race, too early to call. Those results could be coming in again over the next few hours. Nevada, again, coming in likely around noon Eastern time. So we still have a bit of a way to go. The race is on a knife edge, as we've just been talking about and as we've seen across the last few hours.
So what does he need now just to get those, 6 more votes to get to 270, the figure that he needs?
Yeah, so, you know, the Associated Press project, I think he's around on 264, and he needs to get to the 270 mark. That 270 is the golden number. You've got different news outlets are using different tallies, so that, you know, the numbers can be different based on which news organization you're looking at. So, you know, the main thing to look out for is that you've got to get, Joe Biden has got to get to that 270 mark, or Donald Trump has to get to that 270 magic number, which is the number of electoral college votes that they need in order to secure the White House.
And the legal process underway, I mean, does he stand a chance, Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, look, his pathway is narrowing. That is a lot of what the pundits are saying. You're looking at the numbers. The likelihood seems to be that Joe Biden is going to take Arizona. He's got a really good chance in Georgia and Pennsylvania. Again, the Biden campaign has got reason to be optimistic with the trends, with the numbers that are coming in, in favor of Joe Biden in Pennsylvania. He's really cutting into the lead that Donald Trump has with the votes that have been counted so far. But, you know, Donald Trump still does have a pathway to the White House. This is why news outlets haven't declared the result, because they are moving with extreme caution because these results are so close. That is why there are demands for every single vote to be counted, which in itself is actually causing to be quite controversial. So you've had, President Trump talking about wanting to stop the votes because he is claiming without evidence that there is somehow fraud involved in many of the mail-in ballots that have come in and that are being counted in states like Pennsylvania past the election day, which they are allowed to do, but which the Trump administration is claiming is somehow fraudulent. Again, there's been no evidence of election fraud in the 2020 election. There's no evidence of election fraud in mail-in voting, in independent studies in states that have used mail-in voting before. So at the moment, we're talking about Arizona, in Maricopa County, this place where we're waiting for the results to come in. You've got protesters, you've got pro-Trump supporters outside Maricopa who are calling for, count the vote because the race is so close, so that they want to make sure the votes are being counted. Conversely, you had protests in Detroit, Michigan, with Trump supporters shouting, "Stop the vote." There's so much, division and tension going on. Emotions are incredibly on high at the moment because, the count has been going on now for a day past Election Day, and it looks set to continue further.
All right, Jagruti, let's leave it there. It certainly is intense, isn't it? And it's clearly not going to be over anytime soon.